How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme, and welcome to Vambrace Cold Soul. This is a brand new upcoming title here. I'm only allowed to show off kind of a small segment of the game for the time being. The full thing is coming out at the end of the month, so keep an eye out for that. I'll have a link down below if people want to wishlist it, anything like that. But I've been keeping an eye on this one for a while. I've been quite interested in seeing what it's all about. The art style was very engaging. It seemed like it had some cool mechanics, like very heavily story driven, but still making sure it's like a bit of combat and like decision making, and I don't know, it seemed like there was a lot of different things bundled together. I feel like I'm not even 100% sure where it falls in terms of like genre, so I've been excited to check it out. Alright, this is the place I told you guys about. Private Wedge. I like the name there. Looks like the spooks got here first. Was it really worth leaving our regular path to come all the way out here? We're not patrolling today. Besides, if we don't find more supplies soon, we'll all be in trouble. Do you have a better suggestion? I'm not the one who will have to tell Celeste we came back empty-handed. Shut your pie holes. Who knows what's lurking up here? Just look around and see if you can find anything useful. Check out the tutorial graphic above and move out! So, really taking charge there. Very vague instructions. I'm sure these guys' minds are blown right now. Oh damn, there's immediately just a dude completely frozen in the corner over there. Guess we're ditching him though. Not gonna lend a hand. He's probably already toast. A door! Thank you, Big Z. Great observation. Is it locked? Open it already and keep your guard up. Interaction icons. If there's an X, it means you can't for whatever reason. Oh man, lots more frozen people. Darts is still intact though. We could play some chilly darts. I wanted to play around with how you advance. Like if you hold the joystick all the way or even a little bit, it's still the same speed. I found something. Looks like a chest of some sort. Well, what are you waiting for? Okay, here goes. I forgot how to open it. What? Oh, mother help me. It's a miracle I've survived this long in the company of fools. Good idea to have someone with a high sleight stat do dirty work. I can open up the bios and take a look at who maybe has the best sleight. You can check stats, skills, status effects, and equipped relics. Health and vigor. Combat for fighting, sleight for scavenging things, merchantry for negotiating and bartering, awareness for spotting traps, overwatch for camping. Sarge, a saboteur who excels at reconnaissance missions where the stakes are high. Private Wedge, an experienced fighter hardened by dangerous expeditions around the world. Private Biggs, similarly hardened. I'm suspicious that you two are going to die in this opening moments, and we'll move on to just having Sarge, maybe? I truly hate how they've made B, like, advancing text and selecting things. Like, in order to choose where I want to place her in the lineup, it's B, and A is close. Stashed her up front because she had the highest sleight. Oh, here's hoping for something good. Junk! Aw, just what I was hoping for. One man's junk is another person's good unjunk. And scrap metal. The chests here are different from the ones back in Adina. Forget the chest. You can check your inventory and character blah blah blah. Oh, I kind of like the Hellion symbol. It's kind of a skull, kind of a dollar sign. That's neat. Ooh, a scroll of consent. Provides Zaquard's consent to move about freely in Daylark and to the surface. Gives autonomy between Daylark and Icenier. That has some interesting lore implications. Like, is there different regions that are at war, or is it like meant to be for the people's safety or something like that? You know, we live in this cold, harsh, awful wasteland. Maybe it's literally just to make sure people are being safe and not risking themselves unnecessarily. It's freezing out here. You think the spooks are getting close? Ah, so spooks is actually like a term for enemies or something. It's not just like a random thing he threw out there. Did you forget to bring Geistometer again? The Geistometer? Like a poltergeist? We should keep going. No use going back the way we came if they are. Stay put for too long and they'll catch up. Remember, if your health and vigor drops to 0, we'll be the ones spooking this place. Let's go. I feel uneasy. This place gives me the creeps. Health is health. Vigor is things that you can risk during exploration phases rather than battle. And flourish points through critical action bonuses and finishing turns during combat. Accumulating enough will activate your flourish. Oh shit, the way the flags were buzzing around. Oh, what do you know? It is a battle anyways. Oh, not even a battle. You spring a trap that spreads infrasonic waves, causing you a strange tension. Health -2, hand tremors, but avoided. Another trap. Best to have someone with a high awareness stat in your team to avoid them. I think awareness works as a group, it had said. It's not necessarily that they have to be at the front of the charge. I think the tutorial had said that, but it was one of the pieces that I didn't bother narrating. I love the goofy, happy-go-lucky face of the low awareness guy on the bottom there, and he steps on like a bear trap on his ankle, and he's still just like, oh, what's this? I have no idea. I have no awareness of my surroundings. Yeah, those damn spooky flags blowing all over the place, though, made me think maybe a geist was waiting around the corner. I just saw something move in the distance. Get your weapons ready and think fast. Let's make sure we all get home today. Let's go, men. Ooh, first battle. Wow, they really hoofed it into there, didn't they? Ooh, they all have slightly different faces. The thing at the bottom is showing you turn order. Awareness actually attributes to initiative. Ooh, guarding requires vigor, but you may earn flourish. Look at these twitchy jerks. Whatever, I'll use a flourish move. I'll see what that's all about. Different ranges have different positions in which they're viable and different reaches. That's pretty typical of this type of game. I don't really know what this attack range is. I guess it's showing me that I can only do these two. I should read up on the individual skills that my characters have and try to learn a little bit. Oh, nice. I honestly didn't expect that you would be able to kill him in one go like that. Oh, if I just keep chipping away at people like this. Oh, I can see just right there in the, like, he has a short range and I think a mid-range option. I think I might as well use his short range one and try and land a hit on this guy. They didn't actually move forwards. They didn't, like, advance. Oh, he retaliated. Or that was his turn, actually. And you do not have any sort of long range anything. My apologies, I appear to have stuck you in a useless position. But if I rearrange Biggs and Wedge, then they'll be better set up for this. I wish I could see a literal exact number for how much damage is being dealt. Because so far I don't have a lot to go off of. Like, I can see their health part. Oh, there, it appears. I'm used to seeing it appear above, like, a character's head. It just appears above their little profile icon thing instead. So that one was only 3. He does not have a lot of health. And I guess you're going to use your flourish just to put an end to this. We're only able to play through, like, the first section of this game anyways, so I don't feel the need to be overly cautious with my flourishes. And do you know what? She recharged hers so quickly. Oh, interesting. There's no, like, post-battle screen. You immediately are just back into things. I kind of like the continuous feeling of that it doesn't jump in and out of it or anything. You just are still in the moment. I told you guys I had a bad feeling about this place. You're the one that insisted we come out here to begin with. By all means, continue quarreling amongst yourselves if you want to be ice pops. We have the spoils we came for, and it's colder than a witch's tit out here. I, for one, am ready to return. Hold up, guys. I see a body. Looks like a girl. Who is it? Well, we didn't investigate any of the other bodies. We waited it out for here. She's not from Jaylark. I don't recognize her, and no other scavenging teams came up today either. Well, we can't help her now. Search the body. Seriously? You search her. Wait, she's still breathing. We should help her. Who knows how long she's been out here? You want to bring her back? Are you mad? We have no clue who she is. She could be with the green flame for all we know. She doesn't look like one of them. We can't risk compromising Daylark's location. Celeste will have our heads. And what if she knows how to cast that strange magic? We don't have to worry about that. She's unconscious. Captain Lanville will decide her fate. Looks like it's your lucky day, girl. Achievement unlocked, a strange visitor. I don't really know what the loot was that we came for. Was it those piles of junk?
A man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface?
I like that analogy.
Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training.
I'm guessing this is the girl we found?
When I was summoned home to Edina in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise. You remained a mystery, even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind, on an expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided.
I like how in this ice world, everyone uses ice picks.
My determination is equal to the task at hand.
Oh, she's got heterochromia eyes.
This Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city.
I don't know what a Vambrace is.
I will find what I seek. My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
Oh, spooky dukes. I do like the practicalness of having a ice pick as well. For like, you know, literal ice climbing as well as using it as a weapon. Chapter 1, The Adventuress. I think I'm allowed to have access to the first 3 chapters. I'm not sure if I'll play all 3 chapters just now. My head. Ooh, another stranger. Oh, this is probably Captain Lanville. I like the badass shoulder guard you got going on there. Doesn't seem like it would provide a lot of protection, but it looks intimidating as all hell. Glad you could join us, Sleeping Beauty. Who are you? Let's make this clear. I'm the one asking the questions. You can start with your name. Man, this guy really went full bad cop just instantaneously. You didn't want to like get a little bit of a rapport, feel things out a little bit first? My name is Lyric. Avelia Lyric. I'm Lanville Esquire. You're lucky we found you. A moment later and you'd be another piece of frozen decor gracing the streets. I must have fainted. I've never felt a chill like that before. We are unfortunately well acquainted with it here. Celeste had half a mind to leave you up there. Good for you, she's not calling the shots and I was feeling generous. Up there? So we're underground. Looks like I've got a sharp one on my hands. I took the liberty of searching your stuff, a bunch of climbing gear, and a strange book nobody can read. Explain! So aggressive. I came seeking answers about my father, the late Nicolau Lyric. I traveled here from Medina with my journal. Right. Everyone knows nobody goes in and nobody ever comes out of Eisenair. Eisenair? Ignirar, I'm sure is what it's meant to be. You mean I'm here? I actually made it inside the city? Suppose for a moment I entertain your absurd story. How the hell did you get past the Frostfell? That barrier around the city? I walked through it. Enough of this nonsense. You think I haven't seen what happens when somebody touches it? Instant death. The only freaks wandering the surface are either spooks, mad survivors, or the green flame. You're not dead, and far as I can tell, you're still sane. So let's cut to the chase. It's funny because cut to the chase is very much like a Hollywood term of, you know, the camera cutting to the action sequence, like skipping getting to the important bit quickly. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're living in a world where maybe cinema has really taken hold, you know? Okay, but things are more or less fantasy and medieval, and everything is icy as hell, and there's apparently a giant frost wall that people can't get across easily. I'm getting some Thrones vibes. It's also interesting that this game has a combat system kind of reminiscent of Darkest Dungeon and has this cold setting, because as far as we've seen from the teases of Darkest Dungeon 2, that game is going to have a cold setting. Vambrace might have kind of stepped on their toes a little bit there. What's your connection with the Green Flame? Oh, I'm playing as Lyric. I don't know them. Green... what? Oh, I never heard of them. So convincing. Green Flame. The archonic cult hell-bent on destroying the Guardian Alliance. Ring any bells? Or have you been living under a rock? They're the ones responsible for this frozen curse. I can assure you, I'm not with them. I just got here. So it's not just a seasonal thing or nature of, like, living too far north like us Canadians do. It's an actual curse on the land. You're serious, aren't you? Well, imagine my surprise to learn some Adini decided to take a leisure stroll on the surface. Listen, I have a matter of great urgency. I'm looking for an individual named Zarquad. Do you know of him? There's nothing left for us to discuss right now. But I am feeling gracious today, so tell you what. I'm giving you tentative permission to move about Daylark until I figure out what to do with you, that is. Daylark. Ah, that's the name of our lovely abode deep below Icesnare. Welcome to paradise. You're just letting me go. There's nowhere to run, so you'd best make yourself at home. In fact, take this. You'll need some if you want to survive down here. What's this? We call it Hellion. It's the only currency worth anything down here. Consider it a little welcome gift. I've never seen paper money. Try anything funny and you're dead, in a cell or right back on the surface where we found you. Are we clear? Crystal. You'd think in this world, rather than crystal, you would say clear as ice or something. I don't know. Just try and add some puns in there, like Mr. Freeze level puns, to add a little levity to your cold, depressing days. I'm famished. Is there anything to eat down here? That is the simplest tutorial it's provided yet. Woo-wee. I just like that I don't... This is probably not Biggs, the other guy. Holy crap, I'm completely blanking on his name. I liked it, because I'm pretty sure he had the same name as that goofy Star Wars pilot. But anyways, I like just sprinting around here and him not caring whatsoever. Oh, maybe all the guards look like that. Yeah, never mind. The captain's finished with you, eh? That was fast. Please wait while I process your paperwork. Nah, I'm good. I see no reason for me to wait that out. How to keep your body warm. Make a fire. Stand in front of the fire. Be warm. Step 4, profit? Hey, you. Sexy lady. Help me out. Help a sister out. Keep your distance from her, or you're bound to lose a limb. That's Isabel Salazar. The woman knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Ooh, I wonder how they, like, bind her up or stop her from casting magic, you know? I can't place her, but for some reason she looks so familiar. The frost wind howls around you. Your presence here will bring much anguish. Right! Save your fortunes for someone who wants to hear them, witch! Fortunes favor those with the wits to heed her call. Don't disappoint. Immediately, we're just on board with it. We're like, yeah, witch! What a terrible lady. We don't want to talk to you, even if you do look familiar. What a witch! Your paperwork is done. Scram before we change our mind. Also funny that a character would use cold as a witch's tit in a world where everything is cold and there are witches. Seems to go a little bit further in this particular game. Best keep your distance from her. She'll hex ya. Mostly I just wanted to know how the hell to get out of here. Oh, the other door was the cell I had just come from. What the hell? I very much did not anticipate, like, this sort of overworld. I thought the entire game would be, like, left to right. There's, like, runes and stuff scrawled all over this map, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of different places to explore, so I don't really... I guess I go straight to the seeming, like, quest things. Oh, this is a merchant. Presumably. The Foxier Market? I don't know. I think maybe I've seen Foxier. You're going to have to show me this base level Foxy Market that you're basing this one being Foxier then on. Halt! You're not permitted to be roaming around here. Huh. legit fox people. Calm yourself, good sir. This is my dear friend. Do you not recognize her? Another girl, eh? You tricky bastard. I still need to check her papers, though. No need to bother. I can personally vouch for her. After all, a friend of mine is a friend of the North Venture Company. Alright, go on. Well, pretty easy to talk around that guard. Who's this smooth talker? He's a very smooth talker. It was very impressive that he managed to undo that with just like, yeah, don't worry about it. The guard was like, I don't know, I think maybe I should worry about it a little. And he went, nah, don't worry about it. And the guard was like, yeah, you're right. What gorgeous eyes this lady has. Mahorum relic hunting extraordinaire at your service. Sorry, but isn't that just a fancy way to say you're a thief of antiquities? You offend my sensibilities with such barbed words. I'm merely a humbler adventurer who got stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, thanks for defending me at the market gate. My name is Lyric. Why did you help me anyway? I have a quick ear, milady. Life here can... Only a guy as sexy as this, with ears as foxy as this, can get away with a milady like that. Life here can be difficult for an outlander unfamiliar with our strange ways. Ah, forgive me, you must be famished. Allow me to take you to the market. That's one offer I won't refuse. Come then, follow me. Ooh, he's got a nice like lean in his stride there. Confident. I think he doesn't set his duster jacket appropriately blows in the wind. Hello, Yasol. This is Lyric, my dear friend since today. She's gawking at me. Yasol, huh? That's a pretty name. How can I help you two today? Do you have anything to eat? I can pay in gold. We don't use gold here, milady. Don't you have any Hellion? Hellion. You do. You know that you do. This was like 2 minutes ago. The fox here traditionally burnt it as an offering to our ancestors. It's now the currency of choice for spooks. So, are they throwing spooks around, like, derogatorily, being like, ah, you're no better than one of those undead ghost things? You mean this, right? Landville gave me some. Great. Shall we make a deal? Anything in particular you're looking for? Daylarks, survivors, and sober wraiths. That's an interesting... like, are wraiths not permanently undead things? They're like... something that you go mad from the cold or something, but you're not quite like a poltergeist. I'm curious. The lore is being sprinkled in slowly here, and I don't entirely know what's going on, but I'm very intrigued to learn more. Oh, merchantry isn't just about getting better prices. You also will have different items available to buy based on your merchantry. A splint can cure fractured and sprained, so we're going to have lots of different like status effects and things that we have to worry about. Befuddled and hypothermia, hoarse and sleepy, terrified and frostbitten, faint and hallucinating. There are a lot of different negative status effects. I think mostly I'm just going to buy this fur vest. I don't entirely know... Oh, can I switch? This is my own inventory. I have nothing. Fair enough. Then yeah. I'd like to buy myself this. Oh, shit, I bought 2. I mean, the damn it. Like, the number on the screen went down, but that's very subtle in the top right corner there. I wish there was, like, a little shuffle of paper noises, or, like, you could see them, anything, literally anything on the screen to show me that had just happened. I have to sell it back for so little. Well, I guess I'm just hanging on to it now. Yeah, that's garbage. That, any time, for a game that's all about flourishes, the tiniest little bit of flourish on the screen to tell me that I had actually bought it. That was impossible to read. I'll be seeing you around. Well, I hope someone else wants to join my team and needs a vest. Stop right there! Oh, it's okay. This guy will talk me out of it again. Lady Celeste. Ah, what brings you to our quiet corner of Daylark? What are you doing out of prison? Mayhaps this is a Shut your mouth, Mahorum. Guards, arrest her. What? That's some BS. You better not confiscate that shit that I just spent $400 on. I honestly didn't think you were gonna make it when we dumped you in that cell. Celeste, right? Landville mentioned your team found me. Save the pleasantries. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. I didn't know you look pretty buff. I'm curious how far you could throw me. Regardless, you have my thanks. You received no charity from us. My team found you on the street. Thought you might be a green flame agent we could interrogate. Good intel is hard to come by nowadays. I understand everyone's suspicions, but I already told Landville I have no connection to them. Am I to believe you just waltzed into ice in the air? Ridiculous. The frostfell surrounding the city kills anything that touches it. We have Isabel to thank for that wretched gift that keeps giving. I just saw her in the prison. What does she have to do with all this? You can stop playing coy. I'm not buying your act, lady. Lady. If what Aunt Landville said is true, I'm the first person to enter this city in a year? Nobody outside has the slightest clue of what's happening here. Want to know what really happened? We were the fools that got caught in the middle of a civil war. Between who? Tensions between dwarves and drifters is as old as the city itself. We never imagined Icenier would devolve into total chaos. Did you guys name it Icenier before it was plunged into this, cold hellscape, or did someone do that for the irony of it? The Green Flame had been here stoking tensions for months, if not years. When the time came, they seized the moment and orchestrated a decisive coup. In whose name? The King of Shades. He cursed this place and keeps an iron grip on it. But I'm sure that's no surprise to you. Allow me to provide detailed explanations and exposition. But you already knew that, didn't you? It's like when characters suddenly teleport to a new location and they're like, wow, I haven't been to the museum in a long time. That information is 100% for the audience. There's no reason Celeste should suddenly be divulging all this to someone she doesn't trust. After all, you show up now. That's convenient. Maybe Landville believes your little sob story, but you're not fooling me. You've got the wrong idea about me. I came here in good faith. Too bad. You're marching right back to that prison cell, and you're going to learn to get real cozy with it with that witch friend of yours. Ma'am, we have a problem. Oh, Wedge. Wedge was his name. Damn it. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? There's a mad wraith in Daylark. What? How's that possible? It's at the ascending room. Please come. Just my luck. Don't think this changes anything. You're coming with me. Could the rumors about the mad wraiths of Icenier be true? I'm the only one in this party currently? Oh, he's a dwarf. Everybody stand back. That's no ordinary spook. It's gone mad. Oh shit, he went straight for us. Watch out! Oh, well done. Way to show off what a badass you are. Everyone else was just sitting there pooping their pantses. Celeste, what's going on here? Captain, it appears some spooks hitched a ride to Daylark in the ascending room. Who is on duty? We lost 2 souls here. There are no witnesses as how they got in, sir. We arrived a moment too late. Lyric stopped it. Is that so? I guess your theory that she was with the Green Flame didn't age well. What say you now? I don't know. That seems like a classic bad guy tactic to, contrive some sort of circumstance where you can show how helpful you are, even though it was, totally a setup. Sir, we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. Nonsense! All the conclusions have already been arrived to. There's no need to think on anything any further than that. Get these men to the Sylvia healing wall and be discreet about it. We don't need to cause an unnecessary panic. Post some guards on the surface. Lyric, meet me in the war room at the Guardian's barracks. There's someone who would like a word with you. Where did we just come from? This is the ascending room? Oh, okay, so that's just how you get to the surface. I'm curious about, this... I just want to pop in on a random location and kind of see what's going on. Hunter's camp. You're that outlander Sarge brought down. What are you doing here? Landville let me go. What was he thinking? You may be free now, but you're still not permitted here. Step away. Oh, that, dark elf character looks badass. Oh, he's legit not gonna let me in. I'm so curious. I want to know what's going on in here. It looks so cool. Come on. It's not fair. What are some of these other areas? Some sort of, mystic shack, a tavern, book room. I think maybe there's a word for that, but not one I can come up with at the moment. Not a clue what that shit would be. Huh. and like a morgue or something that looked like a zombie. I appear to be blocked off over here. Well, I am curious about this one. This one looks the most intriguing. What the shit? Volsung's Workshop. Sup, buddy? Wow. Are these... I've heard stories about these machines, but I've never seen one up close. Want to talk? Looks like a real Tin Man. I wonder how it works. I thought maybe it was just one guy who had supersuited himself and it just gave himself his own, like, Iron Man armor or whatever. It doesn't quite seem to be the case. He found a page of the Codex. I would like to see what that's all about. Oh, I should probably put this on, shouldn't I? How... Damn it, how do I do that? This is the Codex Illuminis, separated into two sections, Codex and Journal. Lyric inherited the Codex from her father. Unlock its encrypted pages to learn more about the world, its history, and mystery. Lyric inherited the Codex from her father. Unlock its encrypted pages to learn more about the world, its history, and other mysteries. The rhyming lets you know how important it is. Letters, myths, events, races, places, factions, gods, and sundries is where Golems fits in. These large constructs were created by the famous dwarven inventor Volsung with the help of matriarch Talindra. These automatons possess bodies of highly precise clockwork engineering. Part of their bodies are meticulously crafted from Sylvian ironwood, a hedge-magicked apple sprouts vine that spread through the machinery and bring the golem to life. While golems can respond to commands and perform basic actions, they are incapable of complex thoughts and love. I know it said interactions, but I assume they're also incapable of love. Go to Icenier. My dearest daughter, I pray the All-Mother has kept you in good health. If you're reading this, then I am already gone. I bequeath to you the entirety of my estate and this Vambrace. I know you have questions. The answers you seek will be found in Adina. You hold now my Codex Illuminis. Its enchanted pages have been scattered throughout Icenier. Why would you do that? Should you desire the truth, I bid you to follow these instructions. Equip this relic and enter the cursed city. The Vambrace will protect you. Find my lost pages and seek the one named Vaquard. I don't know, man. You couldn't have just passed me along like the fully completed thing. That would have saved a lot of time. Whoa. This is a much larger area than I would have anticipated. If I'm understanding this correctly, there's a lot you can move around in and do in this workshop. I can't tell whether it's broken or resting. Oh! Hey, what's up? Are you just Volsung himself? Huzzah! Be amazed! There's no other technical marvels like them in this world. Yeah, they're quite remarkable. Did you make these yourself? My name is Volsung, and this is my workshop. The name I gave him was close enough, I think. That's a hell of a hairdo. Yep, my faithful servants are the handiest. Have you ever met a golem before? Golem. Ha! I'm not surprised. You humans don't have the same knack for engineering we do, or for coming up with cool-sounding names for it. You idiot, not knowing what a golem is, something you've never encountered before and have no reason to have encountered? Fool, how dumb of you. There's a lot of complex tech running underneath the hood of these tin men. The inside compartments made up of... trails off. Well, you're quite the handyman. How did they work? Why the hell did he trail off? These superior golems are powered by my special brand of engineering and a bit of Sylvia hedge magic. They run on enchanted apples. That sounds like the ravings of a lunatic. Too bad Talindra won't help me anymore. Now if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. It's kind of cool just watching them do some of their business. Gurchugga? Hi, Tin Man, how are you today? Chugga-gur. I think he understands me, but doesn't seem too bright. Were you saying that straight to his face there? Ah, you seem like a bit of a dummy. This is Lyric's cabinet? You can store items. Why is this my cabinet? Oh. Well, that's a handy thing there that you can access things from seemingly anywhere. Jesus Christ. I hate the button layout in this game. The fact that B is used for, like, everything just drives me absolutely bonkers. A and B need to absolutely be flipped in the control scheme. Decide I should go to the Guardian Barracks after all. Maybe I'll run around a little bit and see what other people have going on. Landville said you'd come. They're waiting for you. Please proceed. Okay, there's a lot of different directions I can go, though. I kind of want to mess around. Found another page in the Codex. The North Venture Company. I don't really want to read up on absolutely every little thing, like, immediately. I do kind of want to see. Oh, okay. I just wanted to bust open the map layout and get a stronger sense for, like, how things are actually laid out here. I'm surprised I have such free roam of this right now. We've broken a tenuous truce between the Crown Loyalists and the Drifters. This place feels like it's about to explode. There's a surprising amount of exploring I can do, but I can't actually seem to find anything particularly valuable currently, so maybe I do just proceed to where I'm supposed to. I could rip down another Codex page, though, and flesh that out a little bit. Ooh, Edina. Much of mankind's culture has been shaped by conflict. The human realm is a vast land composed of several populous kingdoms constantly vying for dominance. Political and military authority in Edina is concentrated in the country's major noble houses. These families have ancient roots, and many can trace their ancestry back to the land's original tribes. The power struggles between those houses are also a daily source of gossip and intrigue within the kingdoms. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm probably not going to read every single one of these. Nope, definitely not. I'm ripping them down all over the place here. What a weirdly productive stash of things to be found. When our dad said that he scattered the pages around the entire Icenia or whatever, then it seems like he just kind of piled a lot of them up into one room. He didn't put a ton of time into scattering them. He put like a minimal effort into that business. This is a city map. Looks like the Guardians have profiled the most important people in the city. That is kind of a cool setup, and it also looks like their table is like frozen, and I want to know if that's real ice or if someone crafted it to look like ice just for like this accuracy that definitely wasn't probably necessary. They just wanted to have a nice diorama. I don't know how it happened, sir, but we're making every effort. Lyric, glad you could join us. I'd like to introduce you to our esteemed leader, Zarquad Venture. Oh god, he looks like a friggin' creep. He's got like 8 wolves all over his clothes. His hair is hanging down below his eyes. He's got the weird, like, I mean, he's got that scar on his lip. Not much you can do about that, but just the way his lips curl is creepy. He's evil for sure. Zarquad, I set out in search of you months ago. I can hardly believe you're standing here now. Please excuse me. Apologies for interrupting. I'm just pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. Please call me Zarquad. Didn't I just do that? I guess I called you sir at the end or something, but at one point I called you Zarquad. The captain just informed me of your unusual arrival. I have a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait. Also, P.S. by the way, I'm pretty sure a Vambrace is the gauntlet or glove that she has on. I came to that conclusion a while ago, but forgot to say it out loud. Yes, I'm sorry to cut this introduction short, but we have an ongoing situation. Isabel Salazar escaped from her cell and left Daylark. She murdered our guards and allowed a mad wraith into Daylark, putting many lives at risk. Lyric, you're really kind of on the cusp of a lot of goings on here. You went and talked to the witch. Or you arrived, then you went and talked to the witch. Suddenly the witch is gone. Suddenly a wraith arrives. People are going to be suspicious, yet for some reason Landville has done away with all suspicion already. But I just saw her, briefly, while having my paperwork done. She even spoke to me as I was leaving. What? She hasn't spoken in a year. Do you remember what she said? I didn't pay much heed to her at the time. Who is she? That witch is one of the Shade King's prime lieutenants. If she gets away, she'll compromise Daylark's location. If that happens, nothing will save us. Then forgive me for asking, but why aren't you pursuing her right now? We tried. We were unable to follow her through the frost fence, though. She used her magic to bypass it. Frost fence. They're smaller barriers conjured from the same magic as the Frost Fell. The green flame uses them to limit our access to certain sectors of ice and air. They, too, are deadly to the touch. But that wouldn't be an issue for you, would it, Lyric? Sir? It's true. I walked through the Frost Fell. I could do so through the power of this Vambrace. You already knew that, didn't you? How did you come into the possession of this artifact? My late father left it to me. His final letter bid me to seek you out in this cursed place. This Vambrace, he said, was the key to coming here. It allowed me to bypass the Frostfell harmlessly. Your father happened to be the esteemed Dr. Nicolau Lyric. One and the same. How could you possibly know that? He's a renowned scholar, and his research on the Archons is unsurpassed. I'm well versed on his works. Now before me stands a woman bearing his namesake and carrying a relic of archonic design. Even I can connect the dots. Even a dumbass like me with a stupid haircut can connect the dots. You recognize this thing? It's called the Aether Brace, a powerful relic indeed. I'm not sure Lyric realizes the value of what she possesses. We should probably steal it from her. If what you say is true, then she should give it to us. We should use it to turn the tide against the King of Shades. It's not that simple. I can't remove it. I've tried everything short of cutting off my arm. Then there you have it. That's the last thing we have to try then. You've clearly stopped too short. Lyric, you seek answers and I'm willing to help you, but our priority now is finding Isabel. Would you be willing to lend a party past the frost fence to find her? Hopefully you can lead other people. You better send like your F squad or something, like one you don't care that much about, like low ranking, in case they get fried by the frostfell in the process. And if it all goes well, then send in the A team. This isn't my first tracking mission. I'll help, but when I come back, we need to talk. You'll need a place to prepare before deploying. Take this scroll of consent and tell Helga at the Lost Lady Inn I sent you. She'll make sure you have space. You'd think they would want to do more to protect this thing that's going to be their single way of protecting themselves and getting through all this. If she's like, yeah, I'll go on the dangerous mission hunting the witch that helps the enemy with the one thing that can help us, they would maybe resist that a little more. My scouts inform me Isabel was moving north towards the entertainment district. Sounds fun. We'll send guardians with you to the surface to help, of course. If you're looking for sellswords, you might have some luck at the recruitment board. In the meantime, I'll make sure the ascending room is set for your destination. Leave it to me. Thanks, boys. I'm gonna leave out back here. I did not expect that to work whatsoever. Did I just climb out of that closet? What the shit did I just do? Okay, well, I'm gonna definitely rifle around in here then. Oh, don't mind me. I just came through some random closet and now I don't really know where I am. Hello, stranger. Hey girl, over here. I don't know, man. You look kind of shady as hell. I'm pretty busy right now. Maruhan. Then I'll keep it brief. I'm Maruhan, acting director of the North Venture Company in Dokheim. I heard rumor Lanville was assembling an expedition to the entertainment district. Is it true? Word travels fast around here. There are few activities to while away the hours in Daylark, and the gift of gab has always been my specialty. Well, your sources were right, but the original expedition was cancelled, and I'm leading the new one myself. Then I have a special request. There's an item of great importance to me in the entertainment district. The merchant, Manduk, is currently in possession of it. What is this item, and who is Manduk? Or Manduck. I'm going to call him Manduck. It's kind of like a really, really crappy superhero. It's not no Batman, no Spider-Man or anything like that. This is Manduck. A golden seal called the Akse. It is granted by the Asaldi Emperor and confers legitimacy to its owner to conduct business on behalf of the North Venture Company in Dokheim. Manduck was the company's former chief. This doesn't seem like something worth risking lives over. Risk brings reward. Fetch me the seal, and I'll ensure you get the finest deals in Daylark. You'll need my help if you're planning regular expeditions to the surface. I'll keep an eye out for it, but I'm not making any promises. The merchant's fate has already been sealed. It is of little use to her now, but it is priceless to me. I'll be seeing you around, you pushy fox. Man, this is still the first chapter. I kind of was curious if I was allowed to like show off the first 3 chapters. I'd be able to cover that in like borderline an hour. There's definitely a lot more to this game. If the amount that they're willing to share ahead of time is 3 entire chapters and 1 chapter is taking me an hour, pretty promising idea of how large this game is going to actually be overall. You can start to see some of the cool accommodations of how narrative driven it is. There was only 1 battle the entire time. I imagine as you start doing more surface expeditions, there'll be a lot more of that. I'm intrigued by the game still. I don't know. I feel like we're only just kind of kicking things off. We're just getting the story moving or whatever. I maybe haven't seen enough to form a super strong opinion. For the time being, as a part of this like one-off week I'm doing, I am going to leave this as a one-off. even though there is more of the game available to be explored pre-release. I'm very curious to see what the overall reception is, what people think of this, how curious they are to see more, because that will play a enormous factor in how much more I choose to explore this game in the future. So definitely let me know in the comments whether or not you'd like to see more of something like this, and I'll take that into consideration. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.